Other one's going to be for Divine Llama. Is this Pango offlane going to be able to have some success? Because if they crush this top lane on OG and bot lane gets early fast daggers, it's going to be a very difficult lane. The one lane I think that for sure they should win is Analog on this DK mid versus Puck. This is a matchup that I feel like you just can't lose on DK unless you just are missing CS involved. It's just like unforced errors pretty much.
Right. Right, that makes sense. I think, I mean, we've seen it as an answer to the Puck time and again, and it seems to pretty consistently work. Now, Heroic did get down some early wards. You can see that he was a TP out, placing one over to the side, but OG, by the same token, they smoked out with the Muerta and the Seb on the IO, and were able to get a deep ward, keeping eyes on that hard camp. So this could be an interesting contest if there's some stacks being built later.
Yeah. Both these teams can do them quite easily. The calm before the storm here. Another good thing about the Faceless Void is he's really good at just sneaking runes and just time walking away.
Right.
See if he attempts it here.
And in. Nectar wanting to do it. Also, Divine Llama thinking about trying to take the other one, battling it out for vision, and well, it does look like it's going to be OG chasing down and killing off Tomato underneath the tower. AJ taking that first blood. God, giving that gold to this Nature's Prophet is really scary.
I feel like all the games we cast today, the supports have been getting first blood.
Yeah.
Which is fine, honestly. It's not bad. It's more ideal than like the mid lane situation and for, I'd say, off laners. But still good either way. First blood is first blood.
We'll see how these lanes do work out, and if they're able to maybe get some early harassment onto these heroes here. See, the trade's already coming out fast and furious, and the biggest thing that I'm going to be watching for is going to be those NPTPs eventually, but probably won't happen for a bit.
Yeah, he definitely has to stay with the Void for at least a little bit. Because Void is the hero of that. Well, honestly, you can kind of leave him alone, but he will suffer pretty heavily in the CS department, and that's not ideal.
Yeah, not want to see that one coming his way. We're already seeing up there top is Analog taking some harassment, but we'll be getting his Dragon's Blood up soon. Just the power of, you know, this double range creeps or double ranged heroes up on the top side, keeping Divine Llama back as they are going to go on to KJ. Not quite where they wanted that one, but he does go down. Oh, man. Last little bit of damage there.
Yeah, it doesn't even need the skewer, apparently. Just the blood grenade tick was enough.
Yeah. Getting hurricanes. Still getting the last hit. And then they come back in with the Nature's Prophet. Yeah, up top, it's very low HP.
Yeah, I'm going to check on this lane. But as expected, I think Divine Llama... What can he do in this lane? You know, like Seb and Tomato are just going to walk up every time and just click him. And
Analog? He's safe. Yeah, no, for sure.
Like mid laners, they like to play with fire, honestly, when they play here. 2 points in Dragon's Blood, though. Just there's a small window here where Puck maybe can kill him, and then after they get the runes, the dust settles down, Puck will never ever be able to touch him again. This is how it goes pretty much every single time.
Right.
So all you have to do is just not die in this moment.
Yeah, as long as you're good through that one, weather the storm, you'll be fine. It does go back over and pick up the bottle. PZM will have some full inventory space to play around with it. Meanwhile, good damage there out onto Ari as we get to the 3-minute mark. He will pick up the Lotus. Likewise, Seth picking up the one top. Yeah, I mean, the top is done. Like, yeah. Oh, skewer? Nothing happening.
Yeah, the Lotus on an IO is pretty devastating. One of the best heroes in Dota to grab the Lotus.
Oh, wait a minute, TP in. but they have Lotus and they have 11 stick charges. Are they not? I mean, this is a big kill if they can get it. And actually, Tomato does go down. They still get the Vilama. I can't believe Step wasn't able to keep him alive. That's crazy.
Well, level 1 Tether doesn't share that much reach.
Ah.
It's only 60%. He went for the second point and overcharge just for aggressive potential. But I don't even know if that feels that good if you're heroic, right? Because Divine Llama doesn't get any piece of that pie whatsoever. And Tomato, yeah, he died, but he's like, I got 3-man ganks and I got a kill. And that's worth it for me.
Right. They would have been able to keep Divine Llama alive. Maybe that starts to feel a little better. It's down bottom. KJ is forcing back Ari. And still sitting pretty in this lane. I mean, granted, like you're saying, I agree that it doesn't feel good by any stretch of the imagination, but for how bad it could have gone as down bottom they go again. Skewer back onto 2, tries to time walk. KJ is gonna die. Can't quite get in close enough on Faceless Void to get the hits on Ari.
Yeah, he just doesn't have the damage, really. It's just level 1 time dilation. It used to be so good, but it got nerfed 2 times in a row. Doesn't do much. He's still level 1 time lock here. He's dead.
K1 in too far, and Ari taking advantage.
Yeah, he went for the 1-1-1 build, which is the most aggressive you can get on Void, but as you can see, he had like 2 seconds left on that time walk cooldown, and if you would have put 2 points on time walk, he would have lived there, but tried to go for the aggressive play, it didn't really work out, and gets him killed, actually.
Analog. They're gonna glyph the wave. Stun onto him. BZM too far. Oh, hunting. Schofield shows up. All right, we talked about it. KJ with these early rotations, making stuff happen.
That's pretty big too, because honestly, this puck was kind of winning mid lane.
Yeah.
For given the matchup, I think BCM was outplaying him a little bit in this one, and him going down there. Well, now DK is level 6, and now your tower is getting hit by a DK. Maybe the toss back here can yield something, but good glyph there by Analog, so the tower would not do any slaps to him.
Yeah, keeping him safe. Schofield shows up.
Tanking tower.
Harassment. Apparently he's fine with it. They bring in KJ, and going to catch him. Has to use the waning rift to clear through those trees. They get to the other side of them. That's the extent of it.
Yep. Like, that'll be it. No mana on the DK here. So he will not be able to push out the wave there.
Oh, but he does have illusions. So DK sending illusion runes of himself to the top side of the map to get some extra damage onto the tower and try and take down the courier. Can't quite get it.
Yeah, well, sort of close, I guess, but...
Abatos, dead bottom. Oh man. After a brutal loss last game, Hector is starting this game off a little bit rough for himself.
He is, but this is pretty expected for Faceless Void. I looked at their lane, like NP is not a lane dom. Sort of close, I guess, but...
Abatos, dead bottom. Oh man. After a brutal loss last game, Hector is starting this game off a little bit rough for himself.
He is, but this is pretty expected for Faceless Void. I looked at their lane, like NP is not a lane dominator hero. He is the type of hero that kind of griefs your lane in a way. Like, he does really good things on the map, right? But it's never for your lane that he does good things for, because he's leaving your lane. And he's kind of feeling the side effects of that. And playing Void against Magnus is, you're gonna lose in the CS department. Look at this Mag's damage. He's sitting at like 120 right now, and he's actually gonna TP to mid lane here. Ends up canceling it, realized he can't really do much with it. And I think this might just be essentially the death of mid lane here.
They're having to bring in more Aries nearby also. Yeah, they were threatening and bringing in 3 heroes for each team. It is enough for OG to defend their tower for the moment. As we get close to that 8-minute mark.
It is reactionary though.
Yeah.
But maybe they can get a kill with Coil Hero. What a sprout. That actually stops him from doing anything there.
Jeez. And now Analog gets in time to get the Invis rune.
This is what I mean about this bot lane here. Whisper is just going to be sitting here with an enormous base damage difference on K1, and K1 will not get a single last hit in front of Whisper. It just will not happen.
Super annoying. Ooh, Analog gets the tower. Not able to deny that one on the Tiny. So 8.5 minutes in. It's still a very even game. Some of the lanes going worse. The biggest thing is, feels like Hector is just not getting the farm, but KJ's making up for it in terms of the farm he's getting on this Nature's Prophet, working towards an Orchid.
Yeah, I mean, it's 150 base damage versus 85. I like Hector's build. He's got the double gloves of haste roll. Gonna see this one too often. And they're gonna TP bottom here.
RP and Divine Llama level 6. Oh, not enough to keep the Faceless Void alive. Whisper, in the meantime, wants to go in for Schofield. Not gonna get that kill. Oh, Oil used. Now Divine Llama in some trouble. Oh, actually has both rounds. Swashbuckle. Oh, wants to get the kill into BCM. Is it enough? Not quite.
No quality
it is. KJ with the double kill, and now moving in the stun. Give him the triple. Or take it for yourself because you're a DK. We'll see. Oh, misses on the Swashbuckle. Couple more hits. Ari does go down. Heroic making good rotation.
So good for OG up until the point where BZM tried to go in.
Yeah.
Like, they brought 4 heroes to kill Whisper, and Whisper still killed the Void. And if they would have just cut their losses there, it would have been amazing. But instead, they tried to go in, and Divine Llama had a huge, like, stick ready. So I guess BZM didn't see that, and that kill just doesn't happen. Now he's in too deep, and BZM also, because he thinks he's a puck, right? There's no way. I've got Waning Rift, I got Lose Your Orb. There's no way I can get Sprouted, right? Oh, he got Sprouted with both those spells on cooldown, and the two of them die in return and get a nice rebuttal kill there from Heroic. So very well done by Heroic to get an exchange, a better exchange out of that than what they probably deserved.
Hector does have Arcane Rune and Chrono ready.
So spooky.
And Schofield has level 6 right next to him, too. Hector's saying, don't take one of my damn creeps. Oh, Schofield! What have you done? Smoke up now. Ari and BZM making a move. Can they connect onto this Faceless Void? Who is going to, be found. Chronos. All right, call down used. Good damage onto Ari. Dodges the dead shot. Still trying to survive, but Avatos dead. Now the roll up wants to go. Divine Llama finding the target. Will get the IO. Can they get any more? BZM still trying to escape, and he will be able to do just that. Poor Hector. 0-4.
Having a rough one. I am a bit impressed though by Divine Llama and how he's managed to find farm this game and these rotations. He's actually getting really close to his Diffusal Blades, and that's going to be a really big timing. And this hero is like super important right now for the side of Heroic, because it's the one hero that can just get on Tomato during the Rolling Thunder, and there's not much you can do about it.
Right. Yeah, it needs a while before things start to go better. Meanwhile, Relocate comes in, and Schofield is going to be found. That's not insignificant. He's got a decent chunk of gold for him. It's right now starting to catch up to his carry in terms of farm, but does get brought down.
And the NP is already ahead of his carry in terms of farm.
And I think that is going to be a completed Orchid at 12 minutes, just about, for the NP.
But he is very farmed.
Yeah.
It's not that the Hector's super underfarmed, which he is, but it's more like KH's just ultra farmed.
Yeah, that's scary. I mean, for the puck in particular, right? Like,
Yep.
he talked about how good that could be. No Dispels coming out for BZM anytime soon.
No Quelling Blade either, so if he actually gets Sprouted and Orchided, he's getting solo killed, I feel.
Dire's top tower
Better than a Chronosphere.
Yeah, maybe he should buy a Quelling Blade, I think, on BZM. That way he doesn't have to worry about that. But maybe not. We'll have to see. Maybe it'll take one death for him to realize usually how those things go.
Ari hunting, sees Savai Llama run away. And will not be able to get the catch onto that Pangolier. So yeah, OG kind of more of a sit back and chill type of play. I mean, again, you've got Magnus that's super duper farmed in this game, along with obviously Tomato, who's going into the Dragonlance. And Hurricane Pike after.
This turret does have Blink though.
Radiant are scanning.
Yeah.
But he definitely has the option to do something on the map
Ooh.
if he wants to.
They might be able to kill Puck.
Radiant's
They see
top
him.
tower is under attack.
TPN, Orchid. All right, he's mega dead. Don't reveal the Sprout kill. Then he won't buy a Quelling.
That's actually so true. There's no way he could have
Radiant
noticed.
structures are fortified.
He bought a Clawing Blade. Damn it.
No.
Dire's bottom tower is
This guy
under
gets
attack.
it.
That's not
Also, should note, if you look up on the top side of the map, while that tower is going down, Tomato is recovering, well, not even recovering, coming further ahead with the stacks built up by Seb. So this is a hero that's going to be scary to run into eventually for Heroic.
Yeah, for sure. He's getting incredibly farmed here. Dragonlance online. Looks like he's going to queue up with BKB next, so he's just going for all the small items as they start to relocate.
Finding him, Schofield. Chrono! Oh! On to 3, gonna drop the call down. Will it be enough damage? Seb very low. But now an Ava, the toss, he manages to find him through all those creeps. Still silence, going to die. Rolling Thunder back and forth. Wants to kill some mod. Oh! RP comes out. Wispa's there. And now dodging away for the moment. They have enough to kill, they do. Tomato goes down, Whisper also starting to fall to analog, wants to juke it, manages to get him with that breathe fire. Divine Llama cleans up on another. And Ari, the last one left alive from that fight, excuse me, actually the Puck. Is BCM gonna go down? Looks like he gets out.
Where are you watching?
Probably farm down there for a little bit. And it's going to show like how important Divine Llama is in this game. If he wasn't there rolling all over Tomato's face, then Tomato would have been able to sit down and just go to town with the right clicks there. But Divine Llama just completely shuts him down, doesn't allow him to get a single right click off there. And on top of that, just kills him. And also gets the IO kill on top of it. Looks like they're going to go on top of Tiny here and a couple more clicks and he is done for.
Big hits. Yeah, 13-9. Heroic playing fast and making a lot happen in this early game. The main person that's been struggling, like we talked about, I want to see the replay of this too, as K1 just decides, yeah, we can turn around and fight this, no problem. Gets a good chrono out, but in the end, did end up costing him his life for his team to have success.
But more importantly, it's Divine Llama with this roll that comes in the end.
Oh, yes.
You see like a really good RP, but Tomato, instead of laying into them, he's just got to do some fancy footwork here. And he can't even be kept alive by his IO. And then the IO also ends up going down as well. So all just space into the day. Of course, Hector is not in a great spot this game, but guess who he just overtook in net worth? The Puck.
Is Nature's Prophet. Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, that too. That too.
Yeah.
But BZM's having a bad game too. Let's put it equally as bad of a game.
They do manage to get that tower with the catapult. Need to be careful about when they show on the map here. They're still wrapping around, looking to get another punish onto Hector maybe. If they go though, they have to know that Nature's Prophet's going to show up right afterwards. Pangolier moves in. They see that, hey, there's a Wisdom Rune left over here. Tries to find him. Jaunts away. Schofield finds the Puck. Oh, in trouble. Time dilation. Chrono is still ready. They're not going, though. Nice disengage, but the RP pulls him back in. Wants to get the kill. Will it be enough? Yes. My man. He is 6 of OG's 10 kills.
This is not the type of game you want to have after last game.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Even if you're winning, it just feels bad.
Yeah.
Oh!
Okay, Punk's dead again.
Big ulti, and now the silence. Tomato starts to fall. He's gone. Dude, KJ is a monster.
Yeah. For sure. KJ is definitely having the game of his life here. Showing why SA still picks Nature's Prophet. Brief your carry, but who cares? You carry the game.
Absolutely. No problem at all.
Sit down, K1. I'm the carry of this game.
Schofield is still getting farm in the midst of all of this. I think the thing I'm waiting for is, like, they've had this Blink Dagger on Whisper, and he's found some pretty solid, like, Blink RPs and stuff. But we need to see, like, Ari come out with his as well, right? Once you get the Blink Dagger on Tiny, I feel like it can be a lower cost initiation. And then, you know, Whisper can come in for the big RP to finish it, you know?
Yeah, for sure. And Whisper, if you think Faceless Void's life has been hard so far, he's also itemizing to make it even harder. Because most likely, if you go the Harpoon build, the Faceless Void will just time walk out of the Harpoon.
Right.
When you go the Ags build, you have no chance whatsoever to get out of that one, and you're gonna go to your Oblivion most likely because you don't have the items to be able to deal with just about anything right now. If you're K1, can't get out of silence, can't get out of stuns.
Dire's top tower
You are
is
just
under
dead.
attack.
And that's why we're seeing K1 go in for the Sanj and Yasha, I think. Just he needs something to help keep him alive a little bit longer, and every bit of status resistance helps.
It does.
Dire's bottom tower is
Manta
under
will
attack.
also be good because I feel like, all right, they're thinking they want to go. It's a mini game at this point. Like, how many times can we kill Hector? Well, they're thinking
Right.
about.
I mean, Heroic are baiting him. It feels
I mean,
like
not a
they
bad
know that
choice.
this is happening.
Radiant
Yeah.
are scanning.
It's worked for them.
They're baiting him, but at the same time, like, KJ gets to completely free farm the map. By the way, he has an Ags thing on this.
Yeah,
Nature's
that's
Prophet.
nuts.
He is incredibly farmed right now.
Dire
5k gold ahead with a 0-6 carry on your team. Story of this game. I mean, the thing about Hector right now is, like, every single time he's died, his team has gotten incredible trade out of it.
Yeah.
Like, it's just very unfortunate that he is the one that has been getting bullied.
But honestly, like, he is also the type of player that can catch up, and he has been doing it, right? Like, he's now ahead of the mag, ahead of the puck, and almost on point with what Divine Llama is. And I think he killed Tomato like one time, he's going to be top net worth, which, again, you're Faceless Void. You can do that.
Yeah, for sure. And it's just the farm accumulating on analog, by the way. He's also going to be getting very close to that 18 plus Agnum Scepter within the next couple minutes.
Oh.
This is an insane timing.
Look at him. Gyrocopter just sitting here. He still has the Lotuses to try and stay alive. Backs away. They've used everything. They
Shadow
used
Amulet.
so many abilities on this Gyrocopter, and it didn't kill him. Okay, well, now they will. Avatar.
The Shadow Amulet was in the backpack. I wonder if that could have somehow, in some world, been the difference maker.
Maybe.
Probably not.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
DK sending those illusions out. Has Manta done already? And 2 components of the Agnum Scepter completed. But that's the item you were talking about. The big bad mag Agnum Scepter. Got Horn Toss at the ready.
It's a big one. It's particularly used normally to catch heroes that have high mobility. And in this game, maybe the Pango is one of those heroes, but definitely the Void.
He just respawned. Poor Schofield.
Radiant's middle tower
Oh,
is
that
under
guy's dead.
attack.
Horn Toss online here. I mean, the name of the game is you gotta make sure if you're OG that Tomato doesn't die and Tomato can keep right clicking. Because at this point in the game, he's gonna be your only damage.
Radiant's middle tower
Right.
And that's not good. It's definitely not ideal. It's like, whereas you have multiple, okay, top lane, relocate. Oh, it's
Then
Hector again. Chrono's nothing. Oh no.
get away. No, they pull him in.
Okay.
Tries to get out.
he
TP.
out? Is he
Does he
out?
manage
No.
to escape? No, the coil.
Okay, I can say pretty confidently that he might be a little tilted.
I feel
He
so
just might be.
bad for him.
I mean, the thing is, all he has to do is keep his composure and just get carried. Sometimes you just got to get carried in a game. That's all it is. You just got to get carried. Every once in a while, it's okay to be carried.
Right.
Dire's bottom tower.
He's carried them enough.
Yeah.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Sit
is
back,
under
don't
attack.
tilt, and just collect your win. Your team will do it for you.
23 minutes, and the 4K gold lead's still sitting there as they start to head towards the bottom lane. Puck is here. Does have Yules now also, so a way to deal with this Orchid that's been the plague of them. They also have Aghanim Scepter done on Nature's Prophet like you were talking about. Jump in. Horn Toss finds one. Pango gone. Oh, man. Dangerous.
And that might just lead straight into Roshan here.
Are scanning.
Can't help but to feel, but the wheels are falling off a little bit for Heroic. And they don't need to. A lot of it is due to the fact that Whisper making these rotations. But there's one hero in this game on Heroic that has an insane timing on his hero. And it's going to be this Dragonite, level 18, now unlocked with Aghanim Scepter. He is online. This hero transforms into a new beast when you get to Aghanim's level 18, and he is now there. All you have to do is play against him, as Hector's going to do a quick reconnect here.
You know, that's probably another thing that's been making him tilted. He's had to reconnect a bunch of times today, I feel like.
Yeah.
That's gotta be frustrating.
Keyboard issues or something.
Yeah.
That'll explain that chrono, I guess. Keyboard's not working.
Go.
It happens to the best of us.
Well, DK is 14 seconds away from popping Elder Dragon form with this illusion rune here. We'll see if he sticks around or if he just takes it and heads off. But with Aegis now on Muerta, does feel like OG is going to be in the driver's seat for the next couple of minutes.
Most definitely. I'm very curious to see what their call is. Are they just going to take the tier 2 bottom? Or do they want to make rotation to another side of the map? They can't steal the Shard or Tormentor. And detection. Oh, they didn't really matter. He's dead. But I'm pretty sure they didn't even have detection, so he could have maybe just walked it out. But in his mind, there's no way they don't have detection, right? Both
Right,
supports
exactly.
walking around, no detection. Now the detection's coming in. Unfortunate. Sometimes you just gotta believe.
What's the phrase? It's like, make them show that they can beat you. It's like, you can say, oh yeah, they're just gonna have detection, but it's like, make them prove that they would. Ari jumps in, Avatos back onto the Pango yet again, but not enough damage, and Rooted damage coming out on a BZM instead. He's almost dead. Wow, that was insane.
Hey, scary.
Jumps in, rolls in, starts to die. Divine Llama barely surviving. Gyrocopter throws it out, but the Chronosphere connects on all of them. KJ shows up, starts punching. They need to take down this IO. Seb almost gone, and with the DK dealing out the deeps, it is enough. RP solo onto Analog, and well, Hector realizes I can't actually take on Tomato. That's 2 dead for both teams, and also they have to deal with Gage just coming out, but Puck! ECM just gets walloped, and now they also find Whisper.
All right.
So they lose 4. What a fight for Heroic.
Yeah, they didn't have the Pierce the Veil available, because like without Pierce the Veil, this DK is hard to kill, and we kind of saw in that fight, like your Tomato's really farmed, but he's still tickling because this hero just has so much armor right now. Not able to really deal with that at this point in the game without the ultimate being available, and the Analog kind of showing the power spike of his hero right now. And that was a great Chronosphere by K1 as well, just catching all the heroes that he needed to catch to delay the damage output from Tomato there.
Yeah, that was nice. That was exactly what they were hoping for. And while there is still like the power that you have with Tomato just dealing massive amounts of damage, I mean, if they can find a way to just like chrono him and kill him in the duration of the chrono, this game looks completely different. And that's going to be the issue coming forward here as the levels start to stack up. K1 getting towards that attack speed during Chronosphere. And here we're going to see a replay of it. It wasn't even like the best possible scenario. Good BKB from Tomato there. But in the end, catching 3, that's pretty huge.
Yeah, it was definitely really big there. And I think more importantly, his ultimate was on cooldown. And if it was up here, they would definitely kill her. But they tried killing Defy Llama with his ultimate earlier, and they failed to do so, right? So they ended up kiting that out just well, and they're going to go on Tomato here in the back line.
They catch them, and yeah, Tomato, he's going down. Now, he does have Aegis. So they are going to back out for now. Finish him off, Aegis down. BZM getting hit.
This is ambitious.
Okay, they have big RP at the ready. Waiting for their moment. Do they decide to go? There's a lot of them that they can hit, but not going. BZM dies instead, and now they can't take that fight. And they have to get the hell out of here. The slowdown. Ooh, that right click hits. He's in trouble, but Tomato, even more trouble. Looks for a bash, tries to find it. Not going to get it. Instead, it's Ari. He is going to be the one that gets caught.
I mean, they're owning this game now, but I'm sure K1 in this moment was just like, can I get a break, man? After everything I've been through, can I just get one bash?
Yeah.
Because that would have been huge if they killed Tomato there. It would have been like almost checkmate at that point. Because then his net worth would have gone plummeted. And then, of course, that would have catapulted K1 quite a lot in these fights. But at this point in the game, like, this Magnus and Puck are just too underfarmed to do anything.
Yeah.
It's still winnable. They can still play the game because they have such overwhelming team fight, and it's really hard to ever watch a game of Magnus and completely count that team out just because of the repositioning effects and how OP that type of stuff is. So we'll have to see.
I mean, the other thing that is becoming more and more evident, right? That last fight, for Whisper, you had a couple of moments where like the fight was breaking out and maybe he could have found a good RP target, but they are lacking vision. They've got great maneuverability. They've got a lot of damage with the Muerta, but when it comes to actually finding the right targets, they're severely outmatched because Dragonite is just throwing these illusions every possible direction. You've got Nature's Prophet treants that are running around. It feels like Heroic just constantly have their number. And that's going to need to be addressed if OG want to find these fights in a good fashion.
It definitely is, and it has to be all Tomato doing the damage. He's got plenty of initiation for him, but they need to find a moment where Tomato can press R and right-click the Dragonite. Or the Void, both are fine. But if you can't do that, the game will get hard. But even if you can do that, Dragonite, because he finished this Aghanim Scepter, and he has a Mage Slayer, his magic resist is actually pretty good, sitting at 47%. Right. So even that avenue of bursting him is getting a little more difficult as the items are coming through.
They move in, get some vision down. They have a ward that they're playing around for OG, which, again, really important considering how many summons and other stuff just get thrown at their face.
Radiant's bottom tower is
But they are going to use the vision that they got. Wait a minute, pull in one. That's going to be Gyrocopter gone. Can they find more? Ooh, K1 jumps over, gonna top it. That's gonna be Chronosphere landed on a Tomato, enough to take down Seb, and Tomato with no help nearby is just gonna get eviscerated. Didn't stand a chance. BZM wants to get out. Not gonna happen either. OG getting walloped suddenly, an 11,000 gold lead. Heroic. This team is just a problem to deal with.
Yeah, this analog is playing so good on this DK right now, and I think you're just kind of noticing on OG's side that they just don't have damage anymore. Who's doing your damage? It's not Magnus. He's just got Aghanim Scepter to his name and a Blink Dagger. This Tiny's not doing any damage, and I think they were hoping BZM on this Puck would be doing damage, but he's not going to be doing damage for a while because his net worth is just suffering so badly in this game. So it does come down to all Tomato and trying to deal the damage, but he can't kill anyone. And he's just like, this is the perfect Void game too, right? Like there's one hero that's a problem. that's all you have to address rather. It's you just have to chrono Tomato. That's it. Simple as that. And if you ever do that, then boom, you probably win every fight.
Right. Well, and particularly like in that last one, you know, he pops BKB Pierce the Veil. If you ever see that, that's like super go mode. You have to be a little careful about like the IO saves or whatever, but it was too easy that last fight.
Yeah.
And they can also, again, I feel like I'm on repeat here, but they can pick and choose their fights because they constantly have vision of everything on Heroic.
Yeah. If you look at the tree and it's being microed across the map, KJ is also giving a lot of vision there, and I'm sure you're alluding to the fact that Octarine DK with these Manta Legions are always going to be out as well, so there's many ways of getting vision. But I do like what KJ's been doing with his micro as well. He's just like throwing these treants on random parts of the map. Just be free, my friends, be free. Give me some vision.
Have you ever used the hotkeys for like camera placement on the map? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I use those.
I love those things, although I never use them. But I feel like this is one of the like perfect moments for it for Nature's Prophet. You just like scroll through each of those and like take one treant off and keep right-clicking them to get full vision everywhere.
Yeah.
So look at KJ messing with them. You saw him kill one of his treants. But they're running down here. They want to contest. No free Roches. Worth noting, K1 has a long walk to get here, and Roche is up. If they want to pierce the veil for this, oh, they know now that it's going, and they're going to pop pierce the veil. They're going to try and take it quickly. Can they do it in time? Yes, they will. Aegis in hand. Roll up wants to find one. Who they going to get? Ari is caught for the moment. Ari is dead. Tomato up on the high ground. They chrono the puck. BZM goes down. Now, can they do any more? KJ is going to die. Mag still has RP at the ready. Io is gone. But yeah, they're TPing away with Muerta and Whisper hoping to escape. Dragon Tail off cooldown 1 second. Couldn't get it. So they do claim an Aegis.
That was very ambitious from OG to take that fight without Pierce the Veil. I thought that was going to be like a hard reset, but looks like not. And they will get punished for it pretty severely. But Tomato, he still has Aegis though, so there is always that. Well, 25 coming soon to a Dragonite near you.
Yikes. Oh my god, they're so far ahead in levels.
Yeah.
Muerta just hit 20. Like,
I mean, this DK is 10, 0, and 11. 25,000 net worth. 385 PS. Yep.
damn.
He's a big boy.
A very impressive performance overall from Heroic. And as we hit the 35-minute mark, does raise some questions about how you plan on taking any fights now. It almost feels like they need to just like, I mean, I guess do what they were doing earlier. Kill Tomato, or not kill Tomato, sorry, kill K1 at the start of the fight. If they can do that, really good, but easier said than done.
Tomato just lost half his health to random stuff flying around on the map. Luckily, he does have an IO. Oh, Seb mistethered a little bit there, so that's good. KJ has a BKB as well, and this is the item that counters Muerta, the BKBs. Not much you can do as a Muerta. You wait until she pops her R, then everyone just press their BKBs and wait it out.
Door hiding. Those illusions. Pressure at the mid lane. OG was heading up this direction. Try and shove him out of the area. But yeah, Heroic, they're just comfortable sitting back and farming, right? All their cores are scaling, their supports are scaling. KJ now with BKB.
Try to fight after Aegis, of course. And just chrono whenever you can chrono the Muerta, just do it, I think. Last fight he did it to the puck, which is, you know, it's understandable. There's an Aegis on the Muerta, so might as well just wait that one out. But for now, yeah, just farm. And then I think it actually might be time to fight Because the later you wait in a game, when you have an advantage, you never know what's gonna happen, right? Like at some point, like someone might get picked off because you're not doing anything, and then the whole game can like turn on its head. So there's got to be a point where you want to do something. And right now it's OG's time. OG wants to do something, but so does Heroic. They're both smoked.
Find it. Smoke break. Now looking for more. Smoke break on the gyrocopter, but he glimmers and runs away. Now Whisper. Oh, can't quite get it with the skewer. Does have BKB, the RP. Wants to chase. Not doing it. KJ shows up, turns on to Seb, starts to take down the IO, the roll. They do have the chrono used onto Magnus. EZM jumps in, but the save is there. Oh, gets bashed, but the RP. It comes out in time. BKB wearing off, and now Pierce the Veil. Couple more hits. It's not enough to take down Hector. He does get stunned. But they can't quite chase him down on Tomato. They do have enough to get to Vilama, but the last second Pavis save. Schofield keeping his offlaner alive, and instead it's Tomato that loses the Aegis. Now, BZM caught, tries to get away, will go for the jump out, and Tomato back alive. They are retreating. The horn toss, the pull in, the kill onto BZM. Okay. Do they go in again? Steph in trouble. Oh, four staff high ground, couple more hits. Glimmer can't, but he's gonna survive. Man. Dude, Schofield is such a monster.
Well, he really is right now. He played that fight perfectly on all the boards there. The Vilama still went down at the end, but he kept him alive for so long with all these glimmers and Pavises. And honestly, KJ, he's just perma-sprouting this Morta. You have a Hurricane Pike, but yeah, that's got a cooldown of 19 seconds. He's just spamming Sprout on him, and he just can't get out of it. And now he has the Leech talent as well. So that's bad news for Puck and Magnus if you ever get Sprouted.
Now,
luckily for them, they're so poor they can keep their culling blades intact.
That's important. It's a good thing. Faceless Void, 3 seconds till BKB's back up, and as soon as it is back up, he stepped away for a second. They're almost revived on Puck and Io, but without the Muerta, there's no chance for damage, and they're just gonna keep spending the summons in to hit these racks.
I like how Tomato just put a refresher orb recipe in his inventory. Maybe just wishing that he had one.
No.
Maybe a misclick, because obviously there's a few items you could buy that could potentially help him. That one's not one of the components that does much of anything.
A little unfortunate.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
He'll get one soon.
Maybe. And the shard goes on to Io.
Oh, okay.
So Overcharge now has slow resistant, and Spell Lifesteal can now be shared. Oh, that's actually really good for Morta.
Yeah, that's
10%
nice.
Spell Lifesteal.
Well, and then that
If you want on
does...
Tomato, she can get her shard too, and that'll be an additional 30% Spell Lifesteal.
Nice.
Permanent spell amp for it's retroactive now, so for all the kills that you have gotten, maybe she should just buy that actually.
Schofield gonna get got.
Surely,
although also DK. Oh, Chrono onto Tomato, but they do have Steph nearby to keep him alive. Oh man, alive on nothing right there.
Oh, that's bad.
They do manage to find Ari though.
Gotta feel that one for sure.
Thank goodness he had that refresher orb recipe. That's what kept him alive.
It's like a wards off evil spirits.
Exactly.
Radiant are scanning.
So coming up now on 28,000 gold lead. And 15 seconds till Roche is capable of respawning. With Gyrocopter dead, I don't imagine that gives them enough confidence to try and do anything with Roche. But maybe they could take a fight beforehand. Then instant spawn? No. Minute 20. Never mind.
Have you ever seen an instant spawn? I feel like it's always at least a minute for me.
Oh no. Tomato changed his build afterwards. Oh no, he finished buying the refresher, but
Yeah.
he's queued up the rapier now. He knows what time it is.
It is time.
Have you done the math on Muerta if it's better for the spell amp or the damage?
Oh, for the rapier? No, I have not. I have not brought the
Curious.
calculator on that one. I'm NA. We don't do math.
Fair. I guess it's probably better to do spell amp to start, pop Pierce the Veil, use it, and then when it goes to when the Pierce the Veil's over, then you swap to regular.
Yeah, I mean, it most likely is just that where you have to actually toggle it. whenever you use it. And you definitely don't want the spell amp on when you don't have your ult on, but
Right.
I'm not sure if the spell amp is more than the extra damage.
Yeah. Speaking of refreshers, K1.
That's a good one.
This
That's
is
a good one, but yeah, he's got mana for it too, so he's very farmed on Void now. Like, this is your ideal slot on Face's Void.
pretty awesome. Queuing up the Aghanim Scepter next. And just has a Havoc Hammer also. I guess part of that is the extra HP.
Probably just didn't have
Some of
the
the
better
damage.
options. Sometimes you just, yucky options. Have a camera is his best option. I'm sure he would have loved to, like the last game, get the cloak against the puck,
Yeah.
but it probably just wasn't an option this game. You also want the ninja gear almost every game if you can get it. It's probably had no good options. And did you expect anything else for him this game? Do you think this is going to be one of those games where everything doesn't go wrong?
I know. It does just feel like that's the way of it, doesn't it?
And she's still winning, so they at least can be happy for that.
BCM, Orchid, it's there. And, oh, pump fakes the chrono, gets it after. Yeah, that's about right. Damn, dude.
I would say
Got
things
him.
are just going wrong for BCM, but I think he's just getting owned. I don't think unfortunate things are happening to him. I think he's just straight up getting owned. Having a rough one. Definitely a real rough one. And speaking of refreshers as well, maybe there's one in the making for this Magnus that could potentially turn the tide to this game.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
looking for one. They're gonna
Jumps
go
in.
for KJ here, and
Oh,
might as well.
okay. Well, that does free up the rest of the map. You're not worried about RP anymore. And with no RP, Hector is going to hit buildings. Say, come and deal with me. And they are not really.
Chrono.
Okay, time walk, back up again, and, well, he gets away.
You do have to be careful of giving these kills to Tomato at this point. Well, with that shard, having the ability to get infinite spell amp might play a difference as this game continues to move forward. It's sitting at 16% spell amp right now. Additional, on top of the IO giving more. And when that
That's
rapier
fair.
comes online, we'll see.
I mean, the other thing is, like, games don't always feel the same when you're playing on different heroes. Heroic, many of them not playing the same heroes, but you get to this late stage and things start falling a little bit apart. Maybe you're getting feelings similar to what happened last game.
That would be very unfortunate, but it could happen. You never know.
For anybody that missed it, they had a very comfortable lead, and one player ended up dying without buyback, who at the moment has an Aegis, so not too worried about that. Puck, chase, gonna be found, silence, jumps away, pump fakes the chrono, has a blink, can't get him.
Yeah, the best way to describe last game that Rogue played is they lost the game when they were up 15,000 gold.
Right.
It's all you need to know.
Radiant are scanning.
Roche's banner goes down, and we're getting close. Tomato, he's got the gold for it if he wants it. Does he decide to go all in for the rapier with no buyback? It might be crazy.
Tomato.
All right, there it is. Chrono is out. Seb is there for the heal, trying to keep him alive, but the RP, he pulls him out, and Tomato turns. Oh man, the damage. It's scary. Second Chrono, but no hits. They start to beat into Whisper. Not enough to take him down as of yet. KJ is getting killed by BZM, and Tomato, that's the refresher hit that he needed. Tries to jump away with several. Analog trying to get out, but the damage is there from Tomato. He barely separates. BZM shows up. Couple more hits is all that they need. K1 onto Seb, takes him away. No, they weren't able to pull him out. So they did take down that DK. Tomato with no more ulti left is just praying for right clicks, but it was not enough to win that one. Still showing that OG aren't quite out of it yet.
That could be a completely different fight without the Aegis, with potentially one more RP at the disposal of Whisper, and he's getting close to that refresher.
Yeah.
And that was beautiful. RPing the Faceless Void out of the Chrono, buying him time, allowing Tomato to get that off there. Sure, they still didn't particularly win the fight. They didn't really lose it either, and I think that's a big win, considering you're down 30k gold and you just fought into 2 Chronospheres.
Well, that's also pre-Rapier.
So true.
Which I don't know if he's going to be able to cleanly get the gold that he needs on Tomato to get it, because he might have to buy back here. 50 seconds left.
Is Rapier even the right choice in this game?
Thinking about it now. They have 30 seconds until RP is up. Didn't quite catch him there. Divide Llama tries to back away. Toss back onto 2. They're trying to buy some more time. BKB is out, but he gets bashed. Oh, the bash from Divide Llama.
Oh, they got the Void again.
Pulls back 1. Okay, couple more hits. No, he jumps in. Oh my God, Whisper. What a blink play with the refresher. Is it going to be enough though? It's not. It's not quite enough. Oh, that was so close to awesome. It still was kind of cool.
Radiant are scanning.
But unfortunately not cool enough.
No.
Because honestly, that was very expensive from OG, and they didn't achieve anything from that.
Yeah. Well, it does clarify the situation in terms of what they need to accomplish now. They've got to get kills. Chrono onto Ari. Now Puck trying to get away. Whisper, will he get pulled in? They find him. He's dead. K1 gone. No buyback again. Oh no. Oh no. He buys the rapier. It's delivered. Watch out, everybody. You're going to see some fireworks here. If he can get the hits off in time, will it be enough? He walked into it. A couple more hits. No, it's gone. Never mind. The fireworks went the other way. It's a disaster. They're all falling apart.
That was the most anticlimactic.
Oh. Listen, sometimes K1 dies with no buyback and you lose, and sometimes he buys with no buyback and you win.
So true. Getting some revenge from last game. And now the true carry of this game is going to be Analog with the Rapier as well. That's a big dragon. If that dragon wasn't already big enough, it's the biggest dragon.
BZM run! Oh, he's in trouble. He's in trouble.
Done.
Blah, 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 blah. That's why Divide Llama was not rolling around a second ago. That is going to do it as all 5 are dead. Heroic running down lanes. And GG is going to be called. Hector just had to sit back and watch the rest of that game.